Most people stay broke not because of lack of money, but because of how they think. A poor mindset builds a poor life, but shift your thinking, and you change your future. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll learn 10 mindset habits that rich and wise people practice daily, and how even a poor man can use them to rise, evolve, and win. Number 1. Think long-term and delay gratification. He who is not a slave to his desires is truly free. Epictetus. This one mindset separates the rich and wise from the poor and short-sighted. People who stay poor usually think in the short term. They ask questions like, how can I make it through this week? How do I get paid fast? They live in survival mode, always chasing immediate comfort, cheap thrills, fast food, quick loans, and anything that feels good right now. But rich and wise people think differently. They ask, what am I building for the next 5, 10, or even 20 years? They're not just living for today, they're building a life that pays off tomorrow. This shift in thinking is powerful. It's what separates those who barely survive from those who truly thrive. Wise people invest their time and energy into things that grow slowly, like starting a business, mastering a skill, nurturing meaningful relationships, and taking care of their health. These things don't give instant rewards, but over time, they compound into real wealth and lasting success. So how can you begin to think like the rich and wise? Here's what to do. First, start visualizing your future, not just tomorrow. Picture where you want to be in 5 to 10 years. What kind of person do you want to become? What kind of lifestyle do you want to live? Be honest. Be specific. Then create a 1-year plan to move in that direction. Break it down into monthly goals, then into weekly steps, then into daily habits. Each day, ask yourself, is what I'm doing today helping me build the future I want tomorrow? Second, delay gratification. This is the real secret to long-term success. When you feel the urge to spend money on something unnecessary, pause. Ask yourself, is this helping me build the life I want, or is it just a distraction? Every dollar you save, every craving you resist, every temptation you walk away from, that's one more brick in the foundation of your future. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Time is not your enemy, wasting it is. People who stay poor are often just trying to escape their current life, but wealthy people are busy building a better one. The poor look for relief, the wise look for purpose. So if you want to become a rich and wise person, start by thinking long-term. Delay pleasure now so you can enjoy true freedom later. Because wealth is not just money, it's peace of mind, strong relationships, and the ability to live life on your own terms. Build that life, one wise decision at a time. Number 2, build mental toughness and emotional control. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Seneca. Here's a truth that might surprise you. Most people lose the battle before it even begins. Not in the real world, but in their minds. They overthink. They panic. They give up too easily. They get angry over small things. They fear failure before they even try. They let emotions lead them instead of logic. But rich and wise people don't operate like this. They stay calm, even in chaos. They feel the fear, but they don't freeze. They stay grounded, while others lose control. Why? Because they've learned to master their emotions. They don't react to everything. They respond with wisdom and intention. So how can you build this kind of mental toughness? Start with your mornings. Take 10 minutes each day to meditate. Just sit in silence, breathe, and observe your thoughts. This builds awareness, and awareness is the first step to self-control. Second, journal your emotions. Write down what made you angry, what made you anxious, what triggered your fear. Once you name your emotions, they lose their grip on you. Third, practice perspective. When something irritates you, pause and ask, will this even matter 5 years from now? Most times the answer is no. This question will save you from wasting your energy on things that don't deserve it. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The world is chaotic. People are unpredictable. But your mind? That can be your sanctuary if you train it. Because here's the truth. If you don't control your emotions, someone else will. You'll be manipulated, misled, and miserable. But if you do control your emotions, you'll become unstoppable. You'll make clear decisions. You'll gain respect. You'll rise when others fall apart. Mental toughness isn't about being cold or emotionless. It's about being steady, like a mountain in a storm. If you want to be rich in money and rich in wisdom, this is where it begins. Master your emotions, and you'll master your life. Number 3, never stop learning and evolving. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. Plutarch. There's one habit that every rich and wise person shares. They never stop learning. They don't think they know it all. They don't settle. They don't get lazy with their mind. While others scroll endlessly or waste hours complaining, the wise are reading, listening, studying, evolving. They treat their mind like a garden, feeding it daily with new knowledge, new perspectives, new skills. But poor minds, they often believe they already know enough. They think school is where learning ends. They stop growing and start decaying. If you're broke or stuck, don't worry. This is the easiest place to begin. Start by reading 10 pages a day. 10 pages of a good book won't cost you much, but it will completely change your brain over time. You don't need a degree to grow, you just need hunger. Use YouTube wisely. Instead of mindless entertainment, search for videos that teach high-income skills like copywriting, coding, sales, design, or digital marketing. You'd be surprised how much you can learn for free if you stay focused. Listen to podcasts while you walk, cook, or commute. Turn everyday moments into learning sessions. And most importantly, stay humble. Socrates, one of the wisest men to ever live, once said, "I know that I know nothing." That's the mindset of the wise. They admit they don't know everything, and that's why they keep growing. So here's the challenge. Treat your mind like a muscle. Train it every day. Because the more you learn, the more you'll earn. Not just in money, but in confidence, clarity, and freedom. When you grow your mind, you expand your future. And the person you become will open doors that your old self could never imagine. Number 4. Surround yourself with growth-oriented people. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Seneca. There's a silent truth about success. You rise or fall based on who you surround yourself with. Poor people often stay in circles that drag them down. They keep friends who gossip, complain, waste time, and fear change. They value comfort over progress, and anyone who tries to grow gets laughed at or left behind. But rich and wise people choose their circle carefully. They surround themselves with people who push them to be better, people who think big, people who have discipline, people who celebrate growth, not just fun. They understand this. Energy is contagious. If you're around 5 lazy people, you'll become the 6th. But if you're around 5 motivated people, your life will level up without you even noticing. So what can you do if your current environment is holding you back? Start now, even if you're alone. First, follow mentors online. Find people who inspire you on YouTube, podcasts, social media. Study their mindset. Learn how they think, talk, and live. Second, let go of toxic relationships. This might be painful but necessary. If someone constantly brings drama, negativity, or distraction into your life, you have to protect your peace, even if it means walking alone for a while. Third, join growth communities. There are free Facebook groups, Reddit threads, and local meetups filled with people who want to grow. Find them, connect with them. Even online friendships can lift your life higher than in-person ones stuck in the past. You don't need a huge network. Just 1 or 2 people who want to grow can change your entire direction. So ask yourself honestly, are the people around me helping me grow or keeping me small? Because your environment is either feeding your future or poisoning it. Rich and wise people don't take this lightly. They know that who you hang around is who you become. Choose growth. Even if it's lonely at first, you'll attract your tribe when you become the person you're meant to be. Number 5. Focus on value, not just money. Don't aim to be successful. Aim to be valuable. Albert Einstein. Here's a secret most poor people miss. Chasing money doesn't make you rich. Creating value does. The poor often ask, "How can I make quick money?" They focus on getting, not giving. But the rich and wise ask a better question. How can I solve real problems for people? Because value is what money follows. Not noise, not effort, not hustle. Value. So how do you start building value, especially if you have nothing? Start small. Ask yourself, what skill can I learn that solves a real problem for others? It doesn't have to be fancy. Maybe it's graphic design, writing, video editing, tutoring, marketing, fitness coaching. Anything that helps someone else improve their life is valuable. Use the internet. You can learn almost anything for free from YouTube, free courses, and podcasts. Study, practice, improve. Then take action. Freelance. Offer your skills online. Help friends. Build a portfolio. Even small jobs build experience, and experience builds confidence. Eventually, you become excellent at something. And when you're excellent, people will pay you, gladly. You won't have to chase money. It will chase you. Albert Einstein said, "Don't aim to be successful. Aim to be valuable. Because if you become valuable, success becomes automatic. Even if you're starting with nothing today, you can build an empire, not with luck but with value, not with noise but with skill. So stop asking, how can I make money? Instead, ask, what do people need, and how can I help them better than anyone else? That one question will change your life. Number 6. Live below your means and save aggressively. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Epictetus. Let's be honest, many people today are broke, not because they don't earn enough, but because they spend to impress people who don't even care. They buy designer clothes while their savings account is empty. They finance a flashy car while they can't afford a $500 emergency. They confuse looking rich with being rich. But wealthy and wise people, they take a different path. They understand that real wealth comes from discipline, not decoration. They live below their means. They don't buy to impress, they buy to progress. They know that money is a tool, not a trophy. So how can you begin building true wealth no matter how much you make? Start with 3 simple habits. 1. Track every expense for 30 days. Write down every dollar you spend, coffee, snacks, subscriptions, Uber rides, everything. You'll be shocked how much leaks from your wallet when you're not paying attention. 2. Cut emotional spending. Ask yourself before every purchase, does this help build the life I want in 5 years? If the answer is no, don't buy it. Shop with logic, not emotion. 3. Save something every month. Even if it's just $1. It's not the amount, it's the habit. Once you build the habit of saving, the amounts will grow. Frugality is not about living small, it's about living smart. It's about making intentional choices today that create freedom tomorrow. Because here's the truth, most people stay broke not because of bad luck, but because of bad habits. Wealthy people delay gratification. They say no to the impulse today, so they can say yes to freedom later. It's not about being cheap, it's about being strategic. Live simply now. Invest wisely. And in time, you won't just live below your means, you'll have more than you ever imagined. Number 7. Take care of your body, because it powers everything. No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. Socrates. Here's something people often forget. Your body is the engine of your success. You can have the greatest ideas in the world, but if you're always tired, foggy, sick, or drained, you won't execute. Your mind, your work, your relationships, they all suffer when your health suffers. Rich and wise people understand this deeply. They treat their body like their most valuable asset, because it is. They know that discipline in health spills over into discipline in everything else. You don't need to become a fitness guru. You don't need a gym membership. But you do need to take care of the one body you've been given. Start with these 4 simple habits. 1. Walk for 30 minutes every day. This clears your mind, boosts your energy, and improves your mood. Movement is medicine. Make it a daily ritual. 2. Drink 2 liters of water daily. Dehydration causes brain fog, fatigue, and poor focus. Before your morning coffee, drink a full glass of water. Your body will thank you. 3. Sleep 7 to 8 hours every night. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a requirement. It restores your brain, repairs your body, and resets your emotions. A tired mind can't create wealth. A well-rested one can. 4. Eat foods that fuel. Restores brain, repairs body, resets emotions. Eat foods. You eat more real, whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean protein, healthy fats. Avoid ultra-processed junk that leaves you tired and sluggish. You don't need a perfect diet, just a conscious one. Because when your body thrives, your brain becomes a weapon. Your energy rises. Your confidence grows. You start moving through life with strength, purpose, and clarity. And here's the beautiful part. Taking care of your body builds self-respect. Every healthy choice reminds you, you are worth it. So remember, your body isn't just something you live in, it's what powers every dream you have. Treat it like a temple, fuel it like a machine. Because without health, even the richest person is bankrupt. Number 8. Build discipline through daily routine. Discipline equals freedom. Jocko Willink. If you only act when you feel like it, you'll rarely do anything meaningful. That's the difference between the average and the exceptional. Poor people wait for motivation. Rich and wise people create momentum through routine. Discipline is what gets you up when you want to stay in bed. It's what makes you show up when no one is watching. It's what builds the life you dream of, brick by brick, day by day. Discipline is not about being harsh or robotic. It's about being consistent. It's about designing your life so that greatness becomes your default. So how do you build it? 1. Wake up at the same time every day. Consistency in waking up sets the tone for everything else. You tell your mind, I'm in charge. 2. Create a non-negotiable morning routine. Even just 30 minutes. Stretch, read, journal, meditate, pray, plan. These small acts set your direction for the day. 3. Use the power hour. And that first hour after you wake, before notifications, distractions, or noise, use it to work on your goals. It could be reading, learning, creating, or planning. This single hour, done daily, will change your life. Remember, routine is the secret to greatness. It's not the big events. It's the small, consistent efforts done every single day. To number thumb sound. 9. Think abundantly, even when you're broke. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Marcus Aurelius. Money is important, but your mindset is your true currency. Poor people think, there's not enough to go around. And rich and wise people think, how can I create more? Even if your wallet is empty, your mind doesn't have to be. Abundance doesn't start in the bank. It starts in how you see the world. Do you see problems, or do you see opportunities? Scarcity says, I must protect what little I have. Abundance says, let me use what I have to build more. So how do you start thinking abundantly, even in hard times? 1. Be generous, even with a little. You may not have money, but you can give your time, your encouragement, your ideas. A generous heart attracts growth. 2. Stop comparing, start collaborating. Comparison shrinks your soul. Collaboration expands your world. Cheer for others. You rise when they rise. 3. Celebrate, don't compete. Jealousy blocks blessings. Gratitude multiplies them. Celebrate others' wins, and you'll soon have your own. You may be broke today, but if you train your mind to see possibilities, you'll soon begin to create wealth, not just chase it. Number 10. Practice daily gratitude and reflection. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Unknown. Do you know what separates those who grow from those who stay stuck? Reflection and gratitude. Poor minds complain, it's not enough. I'm tired. Why me? Rich and wise minds reflect, what did I learn? What's working? What can I do better? Gratitude is not just saying thank you. It's a way of seeing. It's what turns your obstacles into opportunities. It's what keeps you centered when life gets chaotic. Here's how to build this daily habit. 1. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every morning, big or small. Warm sunlight, a good meal, a kind word. This rewires your brain to see the good. 2. Reflect on your progress weekly. Ask, what did I do well this week? What can I improve? Self-awareness leads to self-mastery. 3. End each day with a simple question. What did I learn today? This keeps you growing, no matter what happened. Gratitude is free, reflection is free. But together, they create clarity, peace, and unstoppable progress. Final reflection. You may be poor in money today, but you do not have to be poor in mindset. Because once your mindset shifts, your entire life begins to change. Your habits change, your energy changes, your actions change, and eventually, your results change. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus was born a slave, but he became one of the greatest thinkers in history. Not because he changed his situation, but because he mastered his mind. So ask yourself today, if I practiced these 10 habits every single day for the next 365 days, who would I become? Would you still be stuck? Or would you be unstoppable? If this message stirred something in you, if you're tired of surviving and ready to start thriving, then this is your invitation. Subscribe to Wisdom and Love Corner. Every week we share life-changing wisdom, practical habits, and soul-deep motivation, so you can grow in wealth, mindset, and meaning. This isn't just a channel. It's a community of thinkers, doers, and dreamers like you. So don't just scroll, don't just wish. Join us, learn with us, grow with us. Because the future doesn't belong to the lucky, it belongs to the intentional. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's build a wise, wealthy, and powerful life together. Welcome to Wisdom and Love Corner. Your transformations start now.